he's going to do that, etc. So we might have another BC 375 on the air, John. This was kind of a junker that I picked up just to have spare parts, but if Butch wants to put it on the air, that's better. All right, and certainly a good seeing you, Kevin. WA4KM, and a great signal over here. I don't, there's a lot of background noise, and you're really strong, but the audio sounds great to me. W4AX.
Okay, I was dragging my feet a little bit. Thank you, Mac. That's probably that blower. I may have to adjust some of the noise gate or mic gain or something. I don't know. It's probably picking up, that thing. I've got it vented outside and an 8-inch pipe coming out of the top over to the window, and a piece of wood I cut out, and I put an 8-inch ductwork with a fan to, pull it off of there in one pushing as well. So it's pretty noisy. A lot of times I just run the little SB 1000, 200 watts or so carry, or well, actually about 170. But yeah, I was there Saturday, but my wife was tending the table, and I didn't sell anything. I bought a few things. I bought that wire for that batteries. I've been working on the solar. Heard something tick over here. I've been working on that solar panels and parallel batteries, and I needed some 2-aught wire. You probably seen it, the guy in the very back, William, and I finally talked him out of a decent price on that 4-aught, which is way overkill, but he gave me a good deal on it. So, and I had to use a hand truck to load it. That stuff's heavy. It's about 100 foot of 4-aught, solid copper, made in USA welding cable. Anyway, great time. I really enjoyed it too. The weather was beautiful, and the ham felt so good to see everybody. I seen you Saturday. I took a picture. I was right behind you, holding your with my hand on your shoulder. Anyway. It was good to see everybody. I had a great time. Even though I didn't sell or buy a whole lot, it was fantastic seeing everyone. All right, let me send it down there to you, John, and you sound fine. With the AF, I think it's at 67, the QRO, you're really strong. You're almost 40 over, and it sounds just fine. And so do you, Mike. You're always, I'll tell you that 20, the audio, I need to record and let you hear it. It is superb. And somebody's probably going to say I'm humping your leg, but I'm not. It is. It is what it is. Anyway, down to you, John. This is WA4KM over to K4VZS.
WA4KM, K4VZS. Well, I'm waiting on you too tonight. I heard manual earlier. But, I think I'll go get me a cup of coffee and come back and get ready for the net. So I'll be here, but I'm going for coffee. W4X, K4VZS.
Okay, real fine, John. K4VZS, W4X. Kevin, don't change anything. I meant the band had background noise, not noise coming from your shack. So sorry if I gave you the wrong impression. It's just there's a lot of trash on the band tonight, that's all. But your signal sounds great. And, yeah, that solar project, that's been a big project. Between that and your RV project, you've been really busy. I think you must be working a lot of hours a day on both of those. And, yeah, 4-aught, I guess it's flexible copper, since you said it was used for welding. That's, that's a pretty hefty piece of wire. And with the price of copper, it is good that you got a good deal there. Well, I'm just ordering little bits and parts. Kevin, I think I mentioned that I've picked up, well, someone gave me a second 3CX 3000 amplifier that an SK started about 10 years ago. And he's been gone a long time, and I'm having to re-engineer what he did. He did a great job, but I'm just having to figure it out and get it all wired up. He never finished it. He never had it on the air because there are a lot of solder connections that just never got made. Because I think he ran out of time, unfortunately. But anyway, I'll get this one going, and I probably will put it on 40 meters, or maybe I'll move it along to a new home. I'm getting too much heavy metal in here. I'll send you pictures and a link if you want to see what I'm doing so far. WA4KM, W4AX.
Okay, there's Don. Hey, Don. Yes, I would. Yeah, before you go listing it, I wouldn't mind having another one, just for a backup, like you said, 40 meters. So don't need to list it. Just You know, and I know how to run them, you know that. So I don't even touch this one. It stays right here. I've never touched it in I don't know how many years. I don't go up and down the band with it. I use my little solid state 1306 and a 9A Kenwood. It stays right here. And people said, you ain't never had no trouble. I said, well, I don't sit there and tune it for 15, 20 seconds or a minute, and I just turn it on and talk on it. So a lot of the things are operator error, I'm afraid. But yeah, I would love to have a second one. Of course, my wife probably hear me say that. She'll be screaming. But anyway, let's pick up Don down there. We'll kick this net off here in about 5 or so minutes. We still got plenty of time to talk. Don, let me send it to you. It was so good to see you down there. I got a socket from his friend down there, so I got a spare socket. I've been wanting one forever, and he happened to have one, so that was great. So K5HFG, Don, over to you. This is WA4KM.
WA4KM, this is K5HFG. Good to hear you and Mac and John. Good signals tonight. I had a ball at Dalton. It was great to see a bunch of old friends and even meet some new ones. But yeah, it was great. I enjoyed it. Got home Saturday evening and I was a little tired, but I wish it would last for another day or two. We had a great time. WA4 KM, this is K5HFG.
Go ahead, Mac.
Whiskey Fox.
Mr. John, let's go ahead, John, then you can pass it to me.
Whiskey 4, Whiskey Foxtrot Lima.
John was getting a cup of coffee, Mac. Go ahead, Mac. You and then send it to Richard.
All right. W4WFL, Richard recognized. Good evening to you, my friend. And I missed that John's getting a cup of coffee. Anyway, Don, certainly great to see you and spend time with you at the Hamfest. I really enjoyed our eyeball queue. So, all right, let's get Richard in here before the net starts in about 3 minutes, and Kevin's going to be running the net tonight. W4WFL, and then pass it to Kevin, please. W4AX.
This is W4WFL. I sort of get a kick listening to some of the things you guys are working on, and I keep thinking about all those racks that I've got everything here rack mounted and everything, but I sometimes wonder if you guys got enough foundation underneath your floors to hold some of that weight up there, because I don't know, I got some stuff here that I can just barely pick up. Probably some of the stuff you guys probably run are running 80 pounds plus, if not, and some of the real big stuff probably at several hundred pounds, and with the transformers and everything. But I've never read anywhere where anyone's loose or anything. So looks like you guys are still within engineering perimeters of your house. So that's good news. And I've brought just one rack that's completely full, but I'm seeing stress on my rack, so I might have to get something a little bit heavier than what I got. So there you go. Maybe you guys know something I don't. Anyway, that's all I got for right this second. I'll pass it on to Kevin. I know Kevin's got some heavy metal up there for sure. So anyway, Kevin, I hope I get this right. WA4KM, this is W4WFL in Pensacola.
Oh, yeah, Richard. Yes, sir. Hope you're doing well, like you said, and we still got about a minute. Yeah, when I built this room, I don't know if they may have put some pictures on it. When I built this room off of my house, it was a deck we enclosed. I had them put 6x8 beams and turn them up on their ends and run it through the middle of the floor and on the ends. And yeah, I got Andy's 41000 rig modulated by Parafor 1000 rig. That's our mock tubes, and it's probably 7 foot tall and 2 foot wide, whatever. It's in a big rack, and I'd say it's probably close to 1,000 pounds. So that's the reason when we built the room, we had the I-beams put under there and the other amps. But knock on wood and cross your fingers, so far so good. Okay, well, let's see. I guess it's close enough. We can go ahead and start if y'all want to. Let me go ahead and get my paper here in front of me. Yep, it just clicked 7 o'clock on my atomic clock. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome again to the Monday night Eagle AM Net. This is the Club Net. It meets every Monday night at 1700 Eastern, 1600 Central. Before we get started, let me just check and see. Is the frequency clear? Okay, hearing nothing on here. This is the Eagle AM Net, WE4AM, and we're operating on 3885 kilocycles in the AM mode. This is a directed net. Your net control this evening is Kevin, and my call is WA4KM. I'll be the net control this evening for the Eagle AM Club Net, WE4AM. And the net begins taking check-ins usually around 6:30. We have a round table and 7 o'clock Eastern and 6 o'clock Central Daylight Saving Time. Okay, and we'll now take a 30-second quiet reflection period in memory and appreciations for all essential personnel, silent keys, and anyone suffering from illnesses. And we'll begin the 30 seconds now. Okay, thank you guys for that. That's a good thing to do. All right, before taking regular check-ins, are there any QRP or mobile stations wishing to check in to the Eagle AM Net? If so, please come now. This is WE4AM. Okay, hearing nothing. Okay, well now we'll take stations with a prefix of, let's see, we'll change it up. I usually do whiskeys. How about kilos, November, alpha, and then we'll do whiskeys. If your call begins with a kilo and you're not on the list, please come now. This is WE4AM.
Kilo 4, whiskey 4, Kilo Foxtrot 4, Tango X-Ray Quebec. Good afternoon.
Okay, hello Sam and Lenny. Good to hear you guys. There was someone else in there. I got K4HUM and KF4THQ, and there was another one in the beginning. Could you please come, sir, with a kilo prefix?
Kilo Whiskey 4, Zulu Zulu. KW4 TV.
All righty, yeah, I got you manual up at the top, and we got KW4 Zulu Zulu. Good to hear you, sir. Any more kilos? Let me see if I got this one. Kilo Golf 5, Kilo Delta Sierra, is that correct?
Sorry, need to push another button there. Kilo Golf 5, Juliet Delta Sierra.
Okay, I was trying to change it on my pad. Kilo Golf 5, Juliet Delta Sierra, is that right? Thank you, sir. Appreciate you stopping by this evening. We'll get to you here shortly. Thank you, sir. Do we have any more kilos wishing to check in this evening on the Eagle AM Net? Okay, let's go to November's. Do we have any November calls wishing to check in on the Eagle AM Net? Please come at this time.
November 4, Africa Yankee Tango. November 4, India Yankee Quebec.
Okay, I've got Chuck, N10YT, and then I got a November and I got a static crash, but I did get the India Yankee Quebec. What's after the November? I'm sure it's probably a 4 or something.
Yeah, N4IYT Chuck, Kevin.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it, Billy. All righty. Anyone else with a kilo prefix? I meant November. I'm sorry. I'm losing my mind. I was thinking of Billy. KO4SSY. Okay, how about any alpha prefix? Do we have any alphas? I seen someone key up. Let's have one more time. Do we have any alpha calls wishing to check into the Eagle AM net? Okay, I thought I seen someone, but that's okay. All righty, moving right along. Let's see. How about whiskeys? We have any whiskey calls? Please come at this time. WE4AM.
CDJ.
Hey, Pensacola.
Whiskey 4 Alpha X-ray.
W4OLJ.
Wow, the beginning of that was a train wreck, guys. I got Roy, and then I heard Virgil after a couple other guys checked in. I got W4IDD and W4OLJ, and I know there was a couple others in there. Could you please come now, gentlemen?
Whiskey 4 Alpha X-ray.
All righty, I got y'all that time. Hello, Greg, WA4III, and then there's W4AX. Good to hear you. Any more whiskeys?
W9CAB.
All right, guys, we got a good list on a noisy day night. Hope everybody's doing well. We'll take it back to the top. And Max was the first one here I heard this afternoon. And Max, again, it was so good to see you at the Dalton Ham Fest. You're a gentleman and a scholar, as they say. It's a pleasure talking with you and picking your brain with your knowledge. So, over to you, Max. W4AX. This is WE4AM.
All right, WE4AM, W4AX. Thanks so much, Kevin, and thanks for running the net. You've got a personality as big as all outside, and that's great. I'm on the Collins 20V3 tonight, and my project of the week, or weeks, I think, is a second 3CX3000 transmitter. Anybody that'd like to see pictures that I take as I go along, just let me know, and I'll send you a link to them. Eventually, they'll all end up on my QRZ site. And Richard, I have about 3,000 pounds of heavy metal transmitters sitting about 10 feet away from me. But I'm out in my wood shop, and it has a thick concrete slab that's directly on the ground, so hopefully it doesn't fall through. And Kevin, I think Tom, W9TAB, was in there. You might check for him. WE4AM, W4AX.
I'm back too, Kevin.
Okay, got John on here. You're actually next, and then Manuel. Yeah, I got Tom down there. Thank you, sir. I do appreciate it. Okay, let's see. John, yeah, you're next. K4VZS, and then Manuel, you're on deck. This is WE4AM in the Monday Night Eagle AM net.
On WE4AM, K4VZS. It's good to be getting back into some sort of normal mode. So I'm glad to be here. Appreciate you taking the net. I'm a AF67 with QRO listening on Flex 1500. Other than that, not a whole lot to say. Life is good. WE4AM, K4VZS.
Well, I tell you what, John, I'm no joking. I'm sure the others about you. You hit 40 that time. You're a solid 30 and 40 over. It's that QRO is doing its job, and you got beautiful audio too. All righty, next on the list, we pick up Manuel, and then after that, Richard, WFL. So, Manuel, over to you, KW4TV. This is WE4AM. What's going on from the tallest mountain in Florida?
WE4AM, KW4TV. We trying to make this old Johnson 500 behave tonight. Looks like it's doing what it's supposed to do according to the meters. Just enjoy talking on this old stuff. We've had a beautiful day down this way, and can't ask for any better weather. I wish I felt good enough to do everything I want to do. I have to do a little bit at a time. And Mac, W4AX, please put me on your email list. You had me on there one time. I think you still got it. It's 1KW4TV@gmail.com. I like looking at all that old stuff, and you do a great job. So keep me on your email list there. And Kevin, you're sounding good down this way. You're doing a great job. Thank you for what you do and being a good net controller. And I wish I could have made it to the Ham Fest. It was a little bit too far for me to ride. I think we've got one coming up down this way at Fort Walton the second weekend, I believe, in Brentford. There may be wrong about that, but I believe that's correct. Kind of looking forward to it, so maybe I can get out. My old legs has been giving me a lot of trouble. It's been hard to get around very much, but maybe they'll get better. All right, Kevin, we'll turn it back to you. And again, thank you for picking me up. I always enjoy to check in on these AM nets. This is KW4 TV. Back to you, Kevin.
Well, I tell you, Manuel, that radio is sounding good. John done an outstanding job. The audio is beautiful. You're strong, and it sounds great. It really does. And yeah, I'm sorry we missed you, but I understand it's a long haul up here, and the weather down there is just absolutely beautiful. I know. It was actually nice today. I went and helped a friend of mine who's a little disabled. Me and another friend cut down two big oaks, and I went to what they call bucking, cutting it up, and I got about halfway done. I said, Lord, I got to come back tomorrow, and I'm feeling every bit of it. I ain't as young as I used to be. My mind is, but my body goes, Anyway, let's move right along here, and then we'll pick up Richard, W4WFL, down there in Florida, and if Stan hung around, we'll pick him up after that. So, Richard, over to you for your comments in the Monday Night Eagle AM net. W4WFL, this is WE4AM.
Okay, this is W4WFL. Well, I thought it was going to be wrapping up the Ham Shack today with the putting down all the flooring and everything, but I woke up with a bad case of vertigo, and I don't know where that come from. I'm got to walk holding the walls, or I feel like I'm going to tip over all the time. So I hope this is just a temporary thing, and I don't have to go to the doctor for another thing here. I don't know. I'm going to be hitting 70 in a few months, so I'm going to be looking out for that. But anyway, I look at some of this old equipment here. Most of it works, but I do have a Hammerlin DQ150. I bought it. Was supposed to have been running when I got it, but it don't run. So that's what I get for going to a Hamfest. But I'm going to fix that thing. I don't know what's wrong with it. I think it's something simple because I think it's a power supply problem. But I hope it's not in the power transformer, but I don't think it is. And I've got this one 350 with a matching amplifier that needs looking at. I don't know if it works or not, but I have a feeling the radiator probably has a problem. Maybe it's got those 6 LQ6s, 4 of them in there. I'm wondering if that might be a little bit better amp than that Ameritron 811H that I have. I might really start looking at that one because I think it puts out a little bit more wattage than that 811H. But if anyone knows anything about this particular Swan 1200W, I'm all ears because I don't know too much about those. Anyway, that's all I got here in Pensacola, so I'll say 73s to the net. I hope everybody's doing well. God bless America, and so this is W4WFL Pensacola QRT.
Okay, Richard. You know, I know that sounds crazy, but I've gotten stuff in before like that, and just it wouldn't work or anything. Of course, you know, the transformer's good, and just getting there and start wiggling the tubes around. You know, I don't recommend that on transmitters, receivers only, but or you can turn it off with a transmitter. And I just wiggle some them tubes around, and boom, sometimes they'll come back to life. You know, especially down there where the salt water is, they could probably get corroded up on the terminals, but they may not be. But that's, you know, it don't hurt to check that out. That's just my 2 cents, and it ain't a whole lot, but anyway, I've done the past. Okay, next we'll pick up Stan up there in Walhalla. It was so good to see Stan up there. Me and him and Ron and several of us got together and had a great time. And then after that, we'll pick up Lenny. W4KR, Stan, did you hang around? This is WE4AM. Okay, he was in real earlier. Okay, I didn't want to leave him out. All right, next on the list, I've got Lenny, and then we'll pick up Sam after that. I'll get it out, guys. K4HUM. Lenny, good to hear you. I hadn't talked to you in a while. So over to you for your comments. WE4AM.
Yeah, WE4AM, K4HUM. Holy cow, it's been forever, Kevin. Holy shit, it's amazing. But anyway, it's good to hear all these signs. Wow, John, I've never heard these sound so good. That rig is definitely working for you. Anyway, I won't keep it. I know you got a big list, and we'll be listening in, and maybe you have something more to say a little on Tuesday. Anyway, back to you, Kevin. Thanks for doing the net. And hello, Sam. I think you're next anyway. Good to hear you guys. K4H1, back to WE4AM.
Well, Lenny, it's always good talking with you. You're dead on. I'm assuming you're on that Yazoo, but it's doing a great job. And beautiful audio. You got it set up great. And again, I hadn't talked to you in a while, and it's good to hear you. Okay, next on the list is my co-partner, Sam. We got it tomorrow. We're going to get to do this tomorrow night as well. And then I'll pick up KW4ZZ. So over to you, Sam. KF4TXQ. This is WE4AM.
WE4AM. And the EagleNet, this is Kilo Fox 4, Tango X-Ray Quebec. You're sounding great tonight, Kevin. Great signal coming in. Everybody's sounding good tonight. But you know how it is. I got a little piece of news here. We finally locked in the spring Sound Fest. We're going to have it at Poplar Dogs on the 6th day of April at 11 o'clock Central Time. And we'll all meet down there at the Poplar Dogs and go in and have a meal and hang out, visit, so forth. And then those that has got the time and the inclination want to come down and have a tailgate in our front yard, that'll be great. So we'll do that. But anyway, good to hear everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. We're doing well here. Miss Mary's walking around fine, man. She had that hip replacement, and she's bounced back from it. I'm proud to see it. So anyway, Kevin, thanks a lot for calling the net. I'm looking forward to you calling the pre-net tomorrow night and me doing the net. That'll be fun. 2 good nets in a row. So, WE4AM, a.k.a. WA4KM. This is KF4TXQ. You sound like $1 million.
War Eagle, you old buzzard.
War Eagle to you there.
Oh, you guys crack me up. It's good humor. Yep, Sam, I tell you, the 7300, I tell you, they just don't. We were talking about that at the Ham Fest, and I said, somebody said you had that 7300. I said, I think Sam's got 2 of them, but oh my God, it's the best you've ever sounded, and you got everything tuned and going your way, and it's just beautiful to hear. It really is. All right, we'll break with Sam, and then we'll go pick up KW4ZZ, and then we'll pick up the station, the 5 station, JDS. So, KW4ZZ, over to you, sir, for your comments. This is WE4AM.
WE4AM in the group. Kilo Whiskey 4 Zulu. Handle here is Dennis, and I'm located down here in Northwest Florida. In North Hill, next to Fox Farm. It's a pleasure to be here this evening. Everybody sounding good. Sitting here working on an old printed circuit board while I'm listening to what's going on the net. It's a lot of fun. Ham radio is a lot of fun, and in particular AM. So, let me just bid 73 to everyone this evening, and I pray that the Lord's blessings will be upon everyone who is on the net this evening. Kilo Whiskey 4 Zulu, back to net control.
Okay, Dennis, well, it's always a pleasure to hear you, sir. You've been a regular on most of these nets lately, and you got a beautiful signal, and you're just a kind person, and thanks for the blessings, too, because I sure take them. Yes, indeed. All righty, that was Dennis down in Northwest Florida. Let's pass this out to KG5 JDS, and then we'll pick up N1 OYT. So KG5 JDS, sir, it's over to you for your comments.
WE4AM, this is KG5 JDS. Good evening, gentlemen. We got two first. I believe it's the first time I've ever talked with y'all. I've been on
Well, stop by anytime. We're glad you're here. We've got other nets which you may be aware of, but if you're not and others are listening, I'll just do a quick rundown. We got this net here Monday night to kick off the week. It's 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Standard on 3885, obviously at 7 o'clock. And then tomorrow night, actually they'll start their night. It's the Southeastern AM Radio Club, and we'll start the pre-net at 5:30 Eastern and 6 o'clock Eastern. The net will begin. It'll be an hour earlier than this one. And then on Thursday night, the Gulf Coast Mountain Society, they're doing a low power month. I think this will be the last week they got that going on. So if you want to get on there, they'll be giving out some awards and different things. Okay, let's see, N1 OYT, and then we'll pick up N4 IYQ Chuck. So over to you, N1 OYT, WE4AM.
I think you got somebody confused. I'm N4 OYT, and I don't know about the other station.
That was a 4, and it looked like a 1. I ain't got my glasses on. Go ahead, I apologize, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. This is the N4 OYT. Good evening, Kevin. And all of that, sounding good. Everybody's sounding good so far. I'm tapping everybody on this old SX100, and I'm talking on the HT37. I am the old visit of the East, roosting on a stolen eagle's nest in a high in a rotten pine tree, overlooking the goat pile on the sandbar in the swamp, on the edge of the river Styx, 20 miles west of Savannah, Georgia, the historical town of Savannah. Other than that, there ain't much going on. Watching the grass grow and waiting on the skeeters to breed. They'll be here for long. Anyway, everybody have a good evening. Hope you're having fun. N4OYT back today. Go ahead, Kevin.
Yeah, I like you saying. Yeah, and I know about that. My wife's from Savannah, actually Wilmington Island, but just, right there, all that's together. And her whole family's from there. And that M.L. Owens Parkway was her great-granddaddy. And I know about them mosquitoes. Them things are dive bombers. When she was going to college at Georgia Southern, I'd go down there to deer hunt. Even in the winter, them things, they don't do that little, they go, I mean, them jokers will tote you off. Anyway, we'll break, and your HT37 sounds just wonderful. All right, next on the list, we got N4 IYQ, and then we'll pick up Billy SSY if he hung around. N4 IYQ, over to you, sir, for your comments. This is WE4AM.
Okay, WE4AM, Kevin, N4 IYQ. Good evening to everyone on the Eagle Net. Kevin, thanks for calling the net. Certainly good to see a few of you at the Dalton Ham Fest over the weekend. Weather was quite nice, not wet, not cold, and a little bit of breeze, but nobody, I don't believe, got hot and sweaty. We did enjoy it. We got home about 5:15 or 5:20 back to northeast Tennessee up here. And I did hear Dan, W4CDJ, call in a couple of times about the time that Mac was calling in, so I don't know if you got him, Kevin, or not, but he was in there a couple of times. So good evening to everyone, and look forward to seeing some more of you at future Hamfest. WE4AM, N4IYQ.
Okay, Chuck, it was good to see you as well. Always good to see you. You're a happy guy like I am. We're just happy-go-lucky, and like you said, what a beautiful ham fest. The weather was beautiful. Everybody was nice, no fight, no arguing. It was just wonderful. All righty, next, let me pick up Billy, KO4SSY, and then we'll see if Dan hung around W4CDJ. So, Billy, and it was good to see Billy out there, too. KO4SSY, it's over to you for your comments. This is WE4AM. Okay, I suspect he RUNNOFT, as Sam would say. All righty, next on the list, I got my good friend Roy down there in Pensacola, Florida. W4I diddle diddle. Roy, what's going on down your way? This is WE4AM.
All right, thank you, Kevin.
Good evening to you and all the net. This is W4 IWW in Pensacola. As Miss Benny Pearl used to say on the Grand Ole Opry, howdy, I'm just so proud to be here. I really am. It's good to be here this evening and partake of this wonderful hobby called AM radio. Ham radio, I guess, is a better term. Anyway, it's a wonderful evening for AM, Kevin. I don't know about everybody else, but it's good down here. I'm enjoying this. Good net, a lot of participants, and good signals from everybody. Well, let's see. I'm gonna get out of here and let you carry on. You got a busy schedule, sounds like. I'm running Yaesu 990 tonight and SB200 amplifier and a Shure RE27 microphone. And that's about the story here. We're just trucking along, as Tom says, working with what we've got to work with. So there you go. 73 to everybody. I hope everybody out there in Radio Land feels as good as I look. That is you, Kevin. Wonderful job. W4 I Pensacola.
Thank you, Roy, for always being here on all the other nets. Well, I really look forward to talking with you and the guys down there on the Gulf Coast. And I didn't say West Coast this time, Manuel. You guys are a good bunch of people down there, and I enjoy coming to the Crestwood Hamfest and seeing y'all when I can. My health's doing better, and I really enjoy the time with y'all. Okay, next on the list, and my good friend, I told y'all I can't see him. I can't go to Dalton without seeing Virgil. W4OLJ. Virgil, over to you, and then we'll pick up Greg.
Okay, Kevin. WE4 AM, this is W4OLJ. Boy, it sure was great to see everybody. And I think I saw you before I seen anybody else there, Kevin, sticking up through the crowd there. Sure was good to see you. And along with everybody else, it was really a great one. Beautiful weather and everything. Temperature just about right. A little cool to start with, but it got really nice there before it was over with. Saw a lot of old friends, just lots of them, and that's what makes it good. And I sure did enjoy it. We're running the 30K4 Collins here tonight. My other rig is still, I hadn't got it, I found the trouble, but hadn't got it back together yet. But I'll get her here in a day or two. So that's about it. But once again, we sure enjoyed seeing everybody down there. You and Ray, OB, and I don't know just who all, Mac, and I never did get to see Joe, though. Somebody said Joe was there, JCP, but I missed him somewhere or other. And Butch, didn't get to see Butch, but I saw about everybody else there. So back to you, Kevin. You're doing a great job, and we'll probably catch you there tomorrow night. WE4 AM. This is W4OLJ in Sweetwater.
Okay, Virgil, again, like I said, it's always good. I look forward to seeing you, and I was telling my wife about it, and I said, what a southern gentleman. And so she finally got to see you, because I talk about you a lot, as you know, and we've been on the phone, and you've helped me with some of this iron I've got, too. It's similar to yours, and I do appreciate it and your friendship. Okay, let's see. Next, we'll take some check-ins here in just a minute. Let's see if Dan's there, and then I'll go pick up Greg. And Dan, if you're there, I apologize. I did not hear you. The band, like Max said earlier, it was just up and down. I promise you it was not intentional, but I hope you can hear me, and I'm going to send it to you. So W4CDJ, I'll spit it out right, CDJ, Dan, this is WE4AM.
Well, thanks, Kevin. The WE4AM and the Monday Night Eagle Net. This is W4CDJ, Dan in Lawrenceburg, Indiana. And no problem there, Kevin. It was kind of up and down, and some of the guys up there in New England were in there earlier. And I think they signed out before you guys got in, but when it come time for the W calls, I guess there was a lot of guys closer to you than what I am, and you couldn't hear me, and that's understood. No problem whatsoever. Thanks for picking me up, though, and Chuck, N4IYQ, thanks for the relay. I appreciate that. Well, we had a beautiful day here today in southeastern Indiana on the Ohio River, where Indiana, Ohio, and Kentucky kind of meet up. 72 degrees for a high. It's currently 65. But I guess the bottom's supposed to fall out again tomorrow evening, so it's that time of year. Well, we thought about going to Dalton, Georgia, and I did. And we talked about it a little bit, and she kind of had an itinerary laid out, and next thing you know, we spent the weekend at the Belterra Casino. So, we just got down the river about 60 miles, and that's as far as we got. But it was all good. I guess I could have bought a lot of ham gear with what we played with there, but that's all right. I don't need any. And if I would have gone to Dalton, I don't need anything to follow me home, and anything I need to sell wouldn't fit in the car anyway. So, it would have been nice to see y'all, though. Kind of missed being down there. We really enjoyed our stay when we were in Waynesboro, Georgia, and also Sweetwater, and even over in Chapin, South Carolina. So, there's always a special place in my heart for the guys down there in Foreland. With that said, once again, thanks for picking me up. Everybody's sounding good. And maybe we'll catch you guys tomorrow night on the SAMRC net. WE4AM, W4CDJ.
Well, you're sounding good now, Dan. No problem whatsoever. Yeah, it was kind of a crash pile up there when I went to the whiskeys. I probably should have done them first. I usually do, but I changed it up a little bit, and excuse me, it was a train wreck. But you sound good, and always good to hear from you. Okay, we're going to pick up Greg next, WA4III, and then Tom, TAB, and then we'll see if we got any others that'd like to get on the roster this evening for the Monday Night Eagle AM net. WA4III, Greg, over to you for your comments. This is WE4AM.
WE4AM, this is WA4III. Well, good to be here, and I like to work myself to death over at Dalton, and I hadn't got over it yet. But that's life. Had a good day today. It's been a beautiful day. Got up about 70, maybe 72 degrees, and I wouldn't care if it would just stay that way. But if it did, I know that things just wouldn't work out like they should if it stayed the same temperature year-round. But worked in the shop a little bit today. On Thursday night they have this boat anchor net, and I got 3 radios down off of my shelf before I found one that worked to suit me. So I've been working on them, and hopefully I'll be able to put them back up on the shelf before long. Anyway, everybody sounds good tonight. Thanks for picking me up here. WE4AM and the group, the net. This is WA4III.
Okay, you're sounding good too, by the way, Greg. Whatever you're on sounds good. No problem whatsoever. Hear you and doing you a fantastic job. And we did miss you and miss Dan too. But I understand Dan was a former Georgian before he went back to Indiana, so we missed Dan. Okay, next on the list, let's see, and then we'll take some check-ins after this, is our good friend Tom. Tom is net manager here on the Eagle AM net. And his call is W9TAB. Thomas, over to you for your comments. This is WE4AM.
W4AM, W9TAB. Good evening, Devin. Thanks for running that. You're sounding good down here as usual in Pensacola, Florida. Across the I-10 barrier. Everybody's sounding good. Really good conditions tonight. I'm talking on the Collins 32V2 and using the 75A2 receiver. D104 mic, running stock power. That's all I got for the net. It was a beautiful day down here today. It was in the 70s down here in Pensacola. Nice clear sky. And you think it's spring is already on us. Anyway, they say March comes in like a lion, leaves out like a lamb. So looks like we got a very early March here, or very early April. Everything's blooming down here. Anyway, I'll get back to that. Thanks again, Kevin, and W4AMI, W9TAB. Good evening, everybody.
Okay, Tom. Well, I tell you, the 32V2 is doing a fantastic job, and the little matching 75A2, I'm sure it's doing a good job as well. And so good to always hear you on the nets here. Appreciate all that you do. All righty, I've reached the bottom of this list, and wow, what a long list, but it's not over yet. We still probably got some people lurking out there. If you would like to get on the Eagle AM net this evening, please come out. This time we're taking check-ins. This is WE4AM.
Alpha 4, Bravo Sierra.
Kilo Alpha 3, Foxtrot, Zulu Alpha. Wow, wasn't really sure. Okay, I've got a, boy, if I can read it. I got a WX5 Tango question mark. Could you come again, sir?
Yes, hello there, Kevin, and everybody on the Eagle Net. WE4AM, this is Whiskey X-Ray 5 Tango, WX5T, and my name is James, and I'm located in Harrison, Arkansas. Here, and just heard the net going on earlier and thought I'd check in. I've never checked in before, but anyway, like I said, we're located in Harrison, Arkansas. The rig here, Kevin's a Johnson 500, and the receivers an MC 303 that I got from Virgil about J a few years back, and if Virgil's listening, I'd like to tell him hello. But nothing else here. I just want to check in. I never have checked in with this one before, Kevin. And gosh, you got a signal up here in northwest Arkansas. I'm located in Harrison, Arkansas. So nothing else. AMers sure sounding good. So I'll turn it back to you. You got a good one going. WE4AM, WX4T.
Well, I tell you what, you got a beautiful signal, and out of Harrison, Arkansas. Wow. I'm copying you just like one of the locals here. Let me take standby. I think Virgil still may be there. Virgil, you want to give a shout to him real quick? Over.
Yeah, I sure do. WX5T. This W4OLJ. Well, hello there, James. Long time no hear. We did talk on the phone here, 3 or 4 months back, but long time since we talked on the radio. Sure good to hear you. Hope everything's going well up there. So I'll kick it back to you there, and then let Kevin get on with the net there. So thanks a lot for coming back to me there, James. Sure would like to see you. WX5T, W4OLJ.
Yeah, okay, Virgil. I didn't want to double with someone there. Okay, hey, thank you. I haven't talked to Virgil there in some time, so nice to meet you. I hope you're well and everything is good. I'll give you a call here in a day or two. It's been too long. I'll catch up to you later. Thank you, Kevin. WE4AM, WX5T.
Not a problem whatsoever. I'm glad y'all could, I tell you, good friends are hard to come by. When you got one, you don't talk to them, jump in there. I know some of the nets are frowned on it, but we don't. We try to just wing it and have a good net, and I'm glad y'all got to hook up there. That does me good. Okay, next on the list, I've got a K3FZO, and then I had a AA something other in that pile up. The AA station, please come back. This is WE4AM.
WE4AM, Alpha Alpha 4, Bravo Sierra.
Okay, come on. And then I got a KB5 station there. Might as well see if I can pick you up. The KB5 station, could you come back, please, sir? I think that was KB5 X-ray Delta, is that correct? KB5 X Delta, okay. Let me change that, my scribbling. Okay, we'll be right with you, sir. Next, okay, well, let's pick up the Alpha Alpha 4 Bravo Sierra station. Good to hear you this evening. This is WE4AM in the Monday Night Eagle AM net.
Good evening, Alpha Alpha 4 Bravo Sierra here. Name's Brian. I'm in northeast Tennessee, just near Greenville, Tennessee. Just got back in from working in the high desert of California, and today flew back home and got in the shack, and I heard you guys thought I'd chime in and say hello, so I've been listening into the net and jump on there occasionally, but good to hear everybody. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for letting me drop by. AA4BS, back to you.
Well, thank you for stopping by, Brian, and please be a regular. Of course, you probably know we got another net tomorrow. Sam and I will be coming in here about 5:30 Eastern, and the net will start at 6 o'clock. Stan and Alan, I'm sorry, they're next week. Me and Sam will be here tomorrow. I'll spit it out right here in a minute. 5:30 Eastern, 6 o'clock on the Southeastern AM Radio Club. Okay, next on list, let's pick up KA3FZO. Good to hear you this evening. It's over to you for your comments.
WE4AM and the Eagle AM Club net. This is Gary, KA3FZO in Havana, Florida. It's about 20 miles northwest of Tallahassee. For those who don't know where it is, we're not the one down south, we're the one up north here. Anyway, we had a nice day, and we're a little late getting tuned in here, but we're doing the best we can with what we got. And been having some problems with some other ham gear here and trying to get everything ready for the contest maybe next weekend. I think it is first weekend in March, I think. So anyway, that's what we've been up to. And it's good to hear everybody, and we will definitely make it a point to be in here tomorrow night. WE4AM and the group KA3FZO, thanks for letting me in.
All righty, well, we appreciate you stopping by. We've got a big, long list this evening. I tell you what, there's good AM activity going on, considering earlier when we got started, the band was in a little crazy shape. And anyway, we'll send it down to KB5. Good Lord, that's D, I believe it is. This is WE4AM. Well, we appreciate you stopping by this evening. Come back next Monday, and we'll do it again. We'll have another net tomorrow, the Southeastern AM Radio Club Swap Net. And most of the guys on here will be here tomorrow, but in case you didn't know, and everyone's out there listening, I'm sure they'll make an announcement. Alan took some great aerial photos and also a group picture for the Tuesday night. They'll be announcing that, I'm sure, tomorrow. You can go to Alan's QRZ page and click on it, and you can see some of these mugs, as they say, on our picture on Alan N4OZI's QRZ page. He does a fantastic job, and he had a cool little drone put in the palm of your hand, and it followed him around without a controller. That thing was amazing to me, and then the picture we got was great too, so we appreciate what Alan does. Okay, now we've reached the bottom of the list this evening. I'll take one more stand by, as Sam says. This will be the Alpha and Omega call, and not that we're rushing anyone. You got all the time in the world. And if you'd like to make a transmission this evening on the Eagle AM net, please come at this time. This is WE4 AM.
WE4 AM. This is Whiskey Delta 5, Bravo Zulu Oscar, Arkansas.
Kilo 4 Oscar Kilo.
Number 5, Tango Sierra Lima, Tuttle, Oklahoma.
Well, I heard one, that guy there at the end, I heard WD5BZO in Arkansas, and I heard K4OK, and there was another station in there. It was kind of down noise. Could you try it again, sir?
November 5, Tango Sierra Lima, shot in Tuttle, Oklahoma. Over.
Oklahoma, I got you that time. N5TSL. Well, good to be here. Good to have you here. Okay, well, let's go back up here and pick up let me see here, read my own writing here. WB5BZO out in Arkansas. The Arkansas stations are really rolling in this evening into West Georgia, where I'm located. It's over to you, sir, for your comments. This is WE4AM.
Okay, WE4 AM. This is WD5BZO for David here in Little Rock. And don't think for 1 minute you're not rolling in over here big and strong. I'm telling you, man, I could turn the RF gain back and still have a room full of you. So, very good signal, man, very good signal. Just wanted to check in for the numbers. I see these Arkansas boys are bombarding you guys over here. Well, I'm just glad to be here. I didn't have the transmitter on. I came over and pushed the button on it. And it doesn't take it very long to come up and be ready to go, so here we are. Anyway, I know you're trying to get this over with, so I will tell you. Thank you for picking me up. Beautiful signal over here. About 25, 30 over on this 51J4, and the old transmitter's a 20V2. It's just the ease and long. Sitting, as old friend says, sitting tall in the saddle. Over to you. This WD5BZO, Grant.
Well, I tell you what, you're about 20 over here too, and sometimes hitting 30. I guess it's good conditions. The 20V3, I think you said. There's a couple guys got them on here. What a beautiful, beautiful transmitter. And I'm running a homebrew station over here, and the amp I'm running is a 3CX3000, and I'm running full legal limit because the band was in bad shape earlier. So, and it's just loafing. Okay, next on the list, we've got K4OK. It's over to you, sir, for your comments. And this is the Monday Night Eagle AM net.
Yeah, K4OK in the net there. Hey, Kevin, it's Don. We're in Wartburg, Tennessee, but I'm in Panama City, Florida at the moment, at my house down here. I just bought this Flex 5000A down in Orlando. First time I've got to use it on AM. Anyway. Good to talk to you on the net here. First time checking in. And I won't keep it. Just wanted to give it a try and see if it's going to work. Anyway, Kilo 4 Oscar Kilo and Don and Panama City, Florida. Back to net.
Don, I'll tell you what, I wish I had time. I'd record you. Don't touch a thing on that Flex. Don't touch it. Don't listen to nobody else. That thing has got beautiful audio, and I'm sure these guys will agree. It sounds wonderful. Do not touch it. I'm just, real quick, what mic are you running with that?
I pulled my Yaesu mic off my FTDX 1200. It's this MD100.
Wow, man, that thing sounds good. I thought you was running some big broadcast mic or a RE27 or something like that, or one of them Sures. But yeah, don't touch the thing. You've got that thing dialed in, no joke. All right, moving right along. Let's go out here to Oklahoma. That's probably the farthest one we've had in a while. Band conditions are great. This is Kevin. My location is in West Georgia in Villa Rica, the city of gold, as they call it. And we're picking up N5TSL out in Oklahoma. It's over to you, sir, for your comments. This is WE4AM.
Okay, Kevin. Well, WE4AM. This is N5TSL, Scott, in Tuttle, Oklahoma. That's about 5 Oklahoma City to the southwest. But I heard you guys in here this evening and saw about the before. I guess this is the Eagle net. supposed to do. I'm glad to hear the AM activity on here. Seems like a lot of activity on 3885. I'm usually on 3890 with David. And a few others from over there in Arkansas and Kansas and around. You're coming in here really well tonight. At any rate, I just thought I'd say hello to everybody. Transmitting on a Johnson Buck. It's about 290 watt carrier. High tower. Vertical is the antenna I use to get to you. I think that'd work a little bit better out there with my little wire. But that's kind of what's going on here. So anyway, good to hear you in here. Great net. I've been listening on and looking for contacts on 3890. But anyway, back over to you, Kevin. WE4AM. This is Scott in Tuttle, Oklahoma.
Okay, I think you said Scott in Oklahoma. I did get Oklahoma. Well, I tell you what, you're bowling in here this evening into West Georgia, and the band must have a good opening. But we'll take it, and if you can hear us, please stop by and check in. We're here every Monday night on the Eagle AM net, and we'll start 6 o'clock Central and 7 o'clock Eastern. And they got a little round table at the beginning of this net, and then tomorrow they'll have the Southeastern AM Radio Club swap net, and Sam and I'll be doing that. I'll be his pre-net for tomorrow. They do have a pre-net, and that starts at 5:30 Eastern, and the net will start at 6 o'clock. Okay, what a list. I'll take one more standby, and then we'll close this thing out, guys. I appreciate each and every one of y'all checked in. I got a whole page here, and that's letting us know that AM is still alive. So anyone else wants to be the tail gunner, as Sam would say, this is WE4 AM taking check-ins for the Monday Night Eagle AM net. Okay, whew, I'm tired. I love doing this. As y'all know, I get excited about it, and appreciate again all you guys stopping by and checking in, and we'll do it again tomorrow. Okay. Join the W4 AMI and the W4 GCM club nets held on each Tuesday and Thursday evening. The W4 AMI will be held on Tuesday, and the W4 GCM club nets will be held on Thursday evening. 6 o'clock on the Ghost Mullet Society net, and that's Eastern time, and then 7 o'clock Eastern time on the W4 AMI Southeastern AM Radio Club Swap and Fellowship net. And as well on 3885, the Warren Alley Memorial net is 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that's presented by the Florida AM Group on Sunday mornings. If you happen to be up, why check in. Alrighty, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one who participated tonight. Guys, you make my, I won't call it a job because it's a labor of love, easy, and I enjoy talking to each and every one of y'all. This is the WE4 AM Club Net, now clear, returning the frequency back to normal AM use, and this is now WA4KM, Kevin in Villa Rica, West By God, Georgia.